Check the death time in your palm. Check if your death is close and do this immediately. Nobody will die untimely in 2025 if you know this secret. By God's grace, in today's video, I wish to share with you. Please, if you are a baby breast sucking Christian who has been dogmatized, indoctrinated with wrong mindset, that there are certain things that is not meant for you to know, please, this video may not be for you. No, you know that in the Garden of Eden, God created man, breathed his energy in man, which made man a mortal God. And who is a God? A God is somebody that knows all. Bible made us to understand in Psalm 90 to teach us to number our days, that we may apply our heart unto wisdom. Have you asked yourself, how come our biblical ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and others, knows when they will demise from this world, and they live at a very old age, gray-headed, without unnecessary untimely death, and they live at good old age? And is it not the same lineage that we come from? Because Jesus himself comes from the Lion of the tribe of Judah, which is actually one of the sons of Jacob. And even Jesus knows when he's leaving this earth, because he knows when it was his time, and was addressing his apostles and disciples that this is his time. And then when the time came, he was crucified and left. And then who told you that you are not supposed to know when you are going to demise from this world? You are not supposed to know the number of your years in this world. Do you know that the Bible said in Job 32 verse 8, there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty give them understanding. And on this platform, I wish to share with you today symbolically how to discover your death time through your palm, in order to prepare yourself if you are willing to live that time, or do something to stop it, especially when it is an arrow and when it is untimely death coming to take you. So if only you follow me to the end of today's video, I'll be sharing that amazing information. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will shift it to other people that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss three important variables which are actually health, safety, and spirituality. In this channel, we pray strategic prayers, we read the word of God in and out, we believe in balance. That is why we do spiritual work. So if this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this beautiful family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Before we go ahead, I wish to remind you that our Waking Mind Spirituality Global Academy Cohort 4, which is like the fourth group that will be passing through our awesome academy, is being recruited, because that academy is kicking off 1st February. In fact, one of the things that motivated me to do this video is because part of the group of that cohort, which is cohort 1, that is going to be doing curriculum 3, is actually going to study much about palm. So most of the times when I have such lectures, I make it a point of duty to make some related video that will help to power that particular training. And the truth is that the training is not going to be well exhaustive here, because there are certain things that will definitely be reserved for the academy. So that is why I'm calling you. It is a wake-up call for you to be enlightened, for you to learn. There are certain secrets that is existing in this universe that when you unravel it, your life will be so simple and so sweet. Most of the battles that we are fighting, it will become less, and above all, we have a working document we transfer to our born and unborn generation. Because believe me, the Bible said that a good man leave inheritance for the children, and the best inheritance is actually information. That this is one of the reasons why we send our children to the best schools, because we want them to be informed. Because when one is not informed, one will definitely be deformed. And believe me, take it or leave it, the original Bible handed over to this particular world was written in Greek language, and the people who brought this Bible now translated it to the English language and other languages you know today. And believe me, it's whatever the translator wants you to know that you will know. So if they remove or add anything, you wouldn't know about it. So, and the manner which a kind of religion come into Africa, and one of the purposes that led us to losing most of our resources, makes it to be questionable. And that is why most of the times I don't really rely or limited my knowledge to what is in the Bible, because actually Bible said in the book of John 21:25 that if everything that Jesus has done on that earth is documented in the book, that the whole book in this world will not contain it, said in John 16:13. Nevertheless, when the Holy Spirit comes, he will teach us all truth. So please, if you are not spiritually gifted, a special person, as well as seeker of right knowledge, please, this channel is not for you. For those that have been coming to write, go straight to the point. Every word I'm dropping here is relevant for the apostolic and prophetic generation God called me to raise. If it is not good for you, this is not the only channel. Please stop wasting your energy commenting what is not acceptable, because you may not like my own reply. Action leads to reaction. So that having been said, let's go straight to the video. Now, when you talk of understanding these particular lines or destiny lines in the palm, in the first place, there is a study about palm that is actually called palmistry, which is also known as chiromancy. It's the study of the lines, the shapes, and the patterns on individuals' palm. And this a kind of study contains information about your life and personality, your weaknesses and potentials. Believe me, if God don't want you to know this, if God wants you to be ignorant, there will not be need of putting it, because he has given us everything we need to succeed. Give us the map of our life, which is like these particular lines of our palm, our destiny line, and everything there, in order for us not to make mistake in life. And that is why that passage I quoted in the beginning, Job 32 verse 8, say there is a spirit in man. The inspiration of the Almighty gives the man understanding. This particular verse highlight the fact that there is a divine spark within humans that can provide understanding and insight about everything, including the lines of your palm, your mortality, and everything. And that is why Bible said in Psalm 90, teach us to know number of our days, that we might apply our hearts unto wisdom. God don't like us to pass suddenly like a non-entity or pass like a nobody. He wants us to make impact, live at good old age, and be able to bless our before living. The other day in Journey Global Solution, I was sharing about the mystery of kola nut. I warned about people that will carry kola nut and put it in their mouth, eat it whole. When you are doing that, it means that when you are demising from this world, you will not be able to open your mouth to speak, bless your descendants, as well as say some certain things, maybe some reveal some secret about where your document, bank information, and others are. You will just, something will happen that will take you out of this world without you saying some things. This world is a mystery. If you have not seen that video about kola nut, you need to see it. So that is why everything is spiritually guided. How can you explain it? From the day I make this video, give yourself 2 months, be studying this your pan line closely. You notice that it's changing from time to time. That how can you explain it that every action and inaction is reflecting on your palm? If you understand palm very well, no man will deceive you, or no woman will deceive you. As somebody that want to get married, they will tell you, I'm a virgin, I have never had any man in my life, so. If you are a good observer of the lines in the palm, you will see there that the person is simply telling you lies. So that having been said, now what is actually this lifeline that we are talking about that exposes the number of years you are going to live in this world, whether you are going to die untimely or whether you are going to die on good old age, whether there is sudden a kind of strike of a kind of a spirit of death against somebody, or whether everything is normal with you. That this line is the curved line that starts between your thumb and index finger. The curved line that is in between your thumb and index finger. See the line I'm talking about. This line that started here and goes down. That is your lifeline. Everybody have lifeline. And now, this particular line, when it is deep, thick, and you're seeing it clearly, without a kind of looking faint and something you will not see easily, it simply indicates that you have a long and healthy life. But immediately this line is faint or it is deep before it start getting faint, opposite is the case. Your life is shortening and you are going to be falling sick. You are going to have unhealthy life. And that is why from time to time I've made video in the past. Once you wake up in the morning, before you talk to anyone, everything is energy, everything is vibration. Step down with your right foot first. The feet that hit the ground first matters a lot. If your left leg hit the ground first, you will attract bad luck. And that is why if you are the type that is going for interview that day, going for court case, it will end up in bad luck. You will regret. You wouldn't know that it's just a simple action you made with your leg. Now, I said it before, once you wake up in the morning, before you talk to anyone, drop your right leg down from your bed. It's expected that you have a bed that is up. Like I told you, spiritually you attract what you are and not what you want. Having executive bed and good bed shows that you are rich and more money will be attracted to you. Now, when you do that, the next thing you will do is to study your palm line. Doing that brings favor to you. Even if you don't know anything about it, just be looking at it, and above all, be looking at it like you are studying it from the very first line there down. You study it for some times before you go your way. Now, that looking at your palm lines will now helps you in the day's activity. How does it help you? Now you are preparing to travel. Suddenly, you notice a sharp cut in this lifeline. Remember that I made a kind of video before about this. You can study that one. If I remember, I'll pin it here to understand. Now, if you go by this particular lifeline, and then you like start tracing the line straight to your hands until that's straight to this your thumb, and it's touching towards the end of this edge. Now, let's assume that like the way we plot graph, for those that are good in mathematics, that we trace from here down, we get 10. Sorry if you don't get it clearly. Those that are going to be in our academy, you will get it better. But I just want to help you with a quick tip because I don't want to hear in news that anybody die untimely. You know, when the year was started last year, I also teach signs to know that your loved one is about to die. You can get that video too and watch, because I wouldn't want anybody to lose their loved one. Those that paid attention to that, we know that one way or the other, they were able to save their loved ones. And today again, I am sharing another important tip to make sure that none of us die untimely, because the mantra of this channel is aging is curable and death is by choice. So now when you trace like this, we call it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Down here, we assume that it's 100. And then when it start entering the lips, if your hand enter the wrist, when it start entering the lips, if your lifeline now enter the lips, you know that you are destined to live 100. And now assuming that this is just in the middle of your palm, which we classify as 50, and you know that you are 50 years of age or dear about 55, 45, 60, suddenly you wake up that you are going somewhere that day, you are meant to travel, and as you are studying your lifeline, you discover that there is a sharp cut there, and after that sharp cut, this line did not continue. My dear, know that arrow of death has been fired against you. All these people that died, if you are opportune to check, you will see this. Stop that journey, or make sure you do symbolic spiritual work until that line draws down. Don't go. Now, if suddenly there is a sharp cut again in that line, and it gives some space and continue, know that you are going to have a serious breakdown in health or accident or problem that will make you to be hospitalized, make you invalid for some times before you continue your day activity or you continue your life on this earth. And you may never come back the same. Like somebody who had an accident and now had 2 broken legs, how will the person be normal again? So it is knowing our lifeline helps us to make symbolic moves, helps us to be able to count our days, number our days, in order to apply our heart unto wisdom. So now, let's assume that this your lifeline go down past even the period you are, like beginning like 10, 20, 30. You know that it has passed and go down and cut from down. You know that to a great extent you are destined to live long, but it may not be as much as you want. Like around 80, 70, you are going to pass on to from this world, and you yourself, you wish to stay longer than that. Then there is also spiritual works you will start doing, and you will be able to elongate it, and by God's grace live the exact year you want to go. And then let's assume that naturally you're also okay with the time that God has destined for you, or whether by manipulation it's caught that that is the time, and you plan to leave this earth. You now prepare and live well, in the sense that you plan your life very well. You'll be able to share your legacies, your inheritance. I believe that everybody here, that God will enable us to have inheritance for our children, but because Bible said a good man leave inheritance for the children, you'll be able to share, so that you will not leave, your children will start quarreling over your property. It's not always the best, so that your memory will also rest in peace. You'll be able to a kind of prepare your life, clear your path, live a clean life, and be able to make it to heaven. I am not encouraging you that because you did not see your line cutting out soon, you start living anyhow, thinking that when that time reach, you will now amend your ways. Remember, everything we do under this earth is a seed, and we must give account. And the Bible said that God will use the iniquity of the parents to visit the children, even to the fourth generation. It wouldn't sound good that your child or your a kind of descendants are suffering, and are tracing it to what you have done. So that is why even from now, you should be living a clean life. You should be mindful of what you are doing, not because you already know when to discover that you are living this earth. You will now be living anyhow. When you reach that time, you prepare yourself. You are the one that will be packing cosmetic debt for your generation to pay. And if care is not taken, it's those that are in academy will understand what I'm trying to say now. You yourself will still pay that cosmetic debt. So it calls for you to live a clean life, because some of us, why this line is faint even when it's supposed to be thick, is the life we are living, and it's causing some depletion spiritually from your life. And the time you are not supposed to be fragile, you are now fragile, because believe me, you might be still be alive, yet you are not healthy, in and out of the hospital from one problem to the other, because of still the life you are living, the type of food you are eating. Probably you are smoking, you are a kind of you are a drunkard, you are a chain smoker, and all sorts of negative vibe. You rape girls here and there, you are a womanizer. All these things will help to still make your life to be fragile, that you may live long, and yet you don't enjoy your life. It will not be in good health. Are you aware, for those that like sleeping around, especially for women, are you aware that for any of the men's semen that enters your body, it is like an antibody, a foreign body in your system that will start fighting your system, and then when at a time it has fought to a level, it will adjust with your system. Now if you are constantly having a single semen from your partner that is the one entering your system, at a time your body will acclimatize with it. You won't have problem with that. But when you are sleeping around from here, there, you are collecting different types of semen into your system, it will begin to cause a kind of chaotic and commotion in your system, because each time your antibodies is trying to fight and they be able to adjust to this particular one, another one will enter, and this will also deplete your health. And that is why people that live such life, when they are getting old, they are very sickly. You start carrying them up and down, they become a kind of a burden to the relatives, so much so that it's seen that people will be praying that they should die, let them rest. I know that you wouldn't want to leave this world like that. You want to still live very healthy and hearty. Bible record that Abraham was stricken in age, his eyes never went dim. And that is the plan of God for our lives. So you need to understand that your destiny lines is also known as your faith line. That is your faith in this line, F-A-T-E. And it runs from your list to your middle finger. Your destiny line is all these lines that God has given you. Different of it, you can see your emotional line, you can see the middle as wisdom line, and this is your lifeline. These clear, unbroken destiny lines all represent something symbolically. When I get enough views, comment in this particular video, I will share more on this particular destiny line, because it's very, very important. If you understand your destiny line, you will never make mistake in life. You will not marry a wrong person. Everything about you will fall in place. And even when you are getting married, you already know the number of children destiny for you. And if you happen to have abort any of them, it's still there in your destiny. Like, you can't shoot anybody, because there will be a cross on the line showing the number of children you give birth to. God did not brought us this in this world clueless. Forget about people deceiving you, are giving you reasons why you should not know much about yourself. They are making a great mistake. Very soon you see them coming to comment rubbish under this kind of comment section. And thank God that YouTube made it possible that you have control of your channel. They waste their time, and then I block them, because I don't have time for people that are breast sucking Christian. God called me to reawaken and enlighten people that need to learn, because believe me, Bible made us to understand that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. You better embrace knowledge so that you not pass this world anyhow. It's only when you have a past you will understand. Some of us that have a past where we have experienced some things in our lineage, we will understand. But some people that don't have a past, well, you may not understand. Know that the main thing that is called destiny line, because all lines are equal, but some are more equal than others. Some of us, their own is missing. Why is it missing? Some of you, your placentas was not disposed very well when you are born, not because your parents want to misuse it, but because of scarcely knowledge. And as a result, the destiny we are now manipulated. Please don't ask me how to dispose a placenta, because it is out of the scope of this particular video. But what am I telling you is that almost all of us are supposed to have this line that run down from the middle. That's, if you see, it is supposed to start from this middle finger and run down to join our destiny line. Even my own is not bold as that, but so most people, their own is missing. And that is once that line is missing, this X line I'm talking about, like, and V line, M line, which one word that I made video about in the past, you will see that it will be altered, and that is where your destiny is reduced. That is one of the reasons why we must be knowledgeable about spirituality in order for you to do the right things you're supposed to do for your children, so that their destiny will be intact. If certain things is not necessary, how come the Bible record is that when Jesus was born, cleansing was done for Jesus? Go and read your Bible very well in order to prepare him. And I know that part of that cleansing is well disposing of his a kind of a placenta. And again, there is a line that is called health line. All these things join together to form our lifeline. So my dear, if you have not subscribed to be part of this family, what are you waiting for? Kindly smash that red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. Comment on this video, share it widely to everyone. My share be helping a lot of people. As you do so, may God bless you. So with this I say, enjoy your day. Bye bye.